From the outside, they looked like ordinary toys. 29 life-sized dolls dressed in expensive clothes. But their house was filled with an unbearably foul stench.
When the police raided the apartment and peeled the wax off one doll's face,
the real dried face of a child appeared from inside.
These were not toys. These were corpses dug up from the graveyard.
And their owner was no ordinary killer. He was a genius scientist.
He didn't kill the girls. He pulled them from underground, trying to resurrect them.
The most blood-curdling part, he placed music boxes inside the girls' chests.
Welcome to the Anatoly Moskvin case. Are you ready to witness history's sickest madness?
This horrific secret was exposed completely by accident.
Moskvin's parents came to congratulate him on a holiday.
When they entered the apartment, it was pitch black.
They turned on the light and saw girls sitting in the corner. But they weren't moving. Their faces were made of wax. Curious, the mother approached one of the dolls. When she touched its glove, she felt something hard and cold. It wasn't cotton. It was a human bone.
the police were called immediately and surrounded the house.
When detectives tore open the dresses, the real nightmare began. Under the clothes, there were no dolls, but mummified human skin. A total of 29 corpses were found throughout the apartment. He dug them up from the cemetery at night with his bare hands. He used salt and baking soda so the corpses wouldn't smell. And on their lips, he painted bright red nail polish.
But that wasn't what shocked the investigators the most.
He broke open the girls' chests and placed music boxes inside. When a policeman accidentally bumped into one of the corpses, a creepy children's lullaby started playing in the dark room. The corpse was singing. When interrogated, he said he didn't consider himself a criminal. He blamed the parents for abandoning their children in the cold ground. He wanted to save them. He used salt to dry out the bodies. He wrote down exactly when each girl died in his black diary. At night, he would play cartoons for these dead dolls. And if they got bored, he would play their music boxes.
Psychiatrists realized he was in the most severe stage of schizophrenia.
He believed he could establish contact with the dead. But the criminal's insanity was not the worst part of the story. The greatest horror was experienced by the victims' parents. For years, these parents went to the cemetery and cried over the graves. They thought their children were resting peacefully under the earth. But in reality, their little girls were inside the criminal's house.
In the courtroom, parents fainted. Moskvin just smiled at them.
You buried them in the cold, and I warmed them, he said. The court's verdict was final. Mandatory psychiatric treatment for life.
He is not in a prison right now. He is kept in a dark hospital room.
And the 29 stolen girls were finally laid to real rest in the earth. But I have one question for you. When was the last time you checked what's inside your old toy?